Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. This month, I unfortunately only had the chance to play one Polkadot Cup, which was a few days ago, and so here is my recap of Polkadot for the month. Overall, I think it's one of the better metas for this season. I'd say my MVP for this cup was a Rangaroo, so let's get into battles and see how I did. Before we get into battles, a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you would also like to have early access to my strategies and lineups, or see behind the scenes footage of my battles, feel free to sign up in the Patreon link down below. So this tournament is a local in-person tournament, so it's cool to see people battle in person. And here we go into the first matchup against Dodger fan here. And this is a decent matchup here. I probably could have timed my move a little better there. I think I definitely gave up at least one turn, maybe two or three. Yeah, so Lunge is coming out, and I just want to get these weather balls off because I don't really have a clear safe swap here. However, now at this point, because we got both shields down, I am going to start going to work here. And unfortunately, I lose CMP, which is not great, but I'm going to let this next move go. Actually, it was a discharge. Maybe he expected me to swap. I don't know. But either way, we do take out their Galvantula here, and I'm going to just let this go. So unfortunately, it didn't really matter. Even if I was able to take out their Galvantula, I don't get another move off here. But here comes the Samrots. And I'm going to shield the Samurai here. I don't think the Blaziken can get to a Brave Bird or Stone Edge in time. I'm going to go for the hard-hitting Future Sight. I think Psychic is what people usually use, but I personally like Future Sight. It's a little more engine efficient. It hits super hard, helps close out a number of matchups that I don't think Psychic can. As you can see, able to hang on after the Blaziken comes through. We're going to game number 2 here. Nidoking's not amazing, so I'm going to swap out here. I expected potentially Nidoking, which I have 2 decent checks to it in the back. And again, I am going to let the Hydro Cannon go and then go for the foul play. I went for the Future Sight last time. I was off by 1 count, so hoping my opponent didn't notice. But also foul play actually chunks the Samurai quite a bit. I'm just going to let this go. I get decent value here. Unfortunately, I still have to potentially shield. I thought I could just counter down and come out with a shield advantage. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So we're going to be in a tough spot, especially if there's Galvantula back. I don't think there is, otherwise he probably would have swapped to it by now. There's also a Fury Cutter Nidoking, so Genta moves pretty quickly, and is going to be a Sludge Wave. So I'm really glad he did shield that. We get a shield back, which is nice, but I definitely had to throw this Hydro Cannon right away, and we do outpace to the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave is just a lot of energy. And it's going to work out pretty well for me because now we're able to land the Hydro Cannon to take out the Blaziken. So off to a 2-0 start, which is quite nice. And then we're going to game number 3 here. Like I said, a Rangaroo is kind of my MVP for this tournament for many reasons. The bulk is really nice because a lot of these Pokemon are not bulky, like Galvantula, Blaziken, Samurott, not very bulky. You know, Castform's okay, and spoiler, I did not bring Celio once in this entire tournament, so even though it's got some decent bulk, I didn't even end up using it. So I end up counter swapping their Samurott with Blaziken. This looks like a bad idea, but overall, I like it a lot because if you have shields up, you actually are able to win against the Samurott. Oh, my goodness, girl. Okay, let's see if we could do that massage trick, maybe. Get her to calm down a little bit. Unfortunately, we get counted down there, but we're going to just tank the damage here. Oh, actually, no, we do end up shielding. Yeah, and then now I come in with my Castform here. Dude, I read online that this is supposed to help calm cats, but I guess not really my cat. I don't know. Let's see if she likes this or not. Otherwise, I'll just let her go. All right, we do finally take out Samurott there, and we're able to win round number 1. Unfortunately, for the round number 2 and 3, I lost like 1 game from each set for some reason. So these are only going to be 2 battles, but I think I got some of the better battles saved, luckily. I don't know what happened. My phone's been having issues, so if anyone has any tips, let me know. I'm using an iPhone. But yeah, Beware in the lead there, definitely a good spot for me. And then again, Future Sight, going to be very hard hitting. I had to land this or grab final shield, and we do grab the shield here. And then yeah, I decided to come in Galvantula to try to farm this down. Galvantula with energy is very, very strong into my opponent's team here. So I definitely will have some decent play against everything. Beware comes back in here, so I probably could have farmed a little bit more, but I just didn't want to take the risk of getting hit by move. And it is going to be a cast form here. So that's going to be pretty nice. And we're just come in Blaziken right away. I think especially after the debuff, I should be able to hang on after the Weather Ball, and that is going to be the case. And we're able to finish off game number 1 there. Obviously a very good lead here. This lead is not the greatest, especially with shields up. But I'm going to go straight for the Stone Edge here and see what happens. Pretty much is going to have to shield it. But again, this Orangu is pretty solid, especially with the shield advantage. Oh my goodness, girl. She big protest, and we're going to let her go. Alright, so Weather Ball is going to chunk, but again, Orangu just so bulky that it should be okay. And I'm going again for that hard-hitting Future Sight. It does get shielded. So I just come in with the Galvantula here. Shields are down. I am going to shield the Weather Ball. It's going to be super effective. Or that looked like maybe it's just normal Weather Ball. Maybe my opponent is actually not running the Rock Weather Ball. I'm running double Weather Ball, but I can see some utility in maybe Hurricane or Energy Ball here. Is going to be that Beware again. But again, my Galvantula has a lot of play into this team, and I'm going to come in with the Blaziken to finish it off. And yeah, we get to a move here and close it out here. I did end up winning the 3rd game as well, the one that didn't get saved. So we are currently still undefeated. All right, going into round number 3 against Lugia Hunter. Lugia Hunter I faced in Naiad Cup and was able to beat me there. So looking for a little rematch here. Definitely a strong opponent. And get counter swapped by the Jump Bluff. So this is kind of a weird situation. Because they're not really applying too much fast move pressure, I might have some play here, but I do have to get some shield baits here. I think also, even if they let that go, probably would KO or put him in Fury Cutter range. So I'm going to try to maintain flip switch if possible, because I don't really want to be in that lead matchup too long, just because Orangu has a lot of play there, and my guess is they have better checks for my backline. And as you can see, it is a Charge Bug as I expected. Charge Bug does look pretty good into my team, so I want to just try to do what I can to weaken this so that I could potentially counter down with my Blaziken. I think that's my ideal play here at this point. They do have quite a bit of energy, so they're going to be able to get at least 1 discharge off. But the good news is the Jump Off through its energy, so it doesn't have too much to work with here. I am going to come in... Ooh, okay. So we are going to get hit with 2 discharges. So everything's on the back of the Samrots. It's going to be interesting. All right, let's see how they play it out. And tries to catch. Unfortunately, was not able to pull off the catch. And we get to the Hydro Cannon. I think I probably could have gone to 2 anyway. But that was definitely nice that we were deformed down the Jump Bluff first. And again, this game unfortunately has 2 battles there. That was the first one. This is actually the 3rd battle. I won't spoil the 2nd game there because this could be a pivotal game 3. All right, we get hit by Psychic Fangs. I think Orangu just wins a head-to-head with that foul play, especially. Great catch by my opponent to catch the lunge here, and they catch it on a Nidoking. So, yeah, a little tough for Galvantula, but lunge is definitely the move of choice anyway, so that's fine. And almost getting to move here. We do force them to throw though, which is nice. They're going to throw the Sand Tomb, and then now I am going to try to finish off with the Orangu. I'm not going to shield this. I expect it to be a Sand Tomb, which it is. And then now we can go to cast from here. It gets a little tricky if it is a Blaziken, but I think at that point I'd probably just go for Confusion Downs. And it is a Blaziken. But the Psychic Fangs actually are helping me out a little bit because I give them a little less farm. And then we do get the shield. But now at this point, I'm just going to double shield. And again, I'm assuming the Swoobat just does not have energy for anything besides potentially Psychic Fangs, which means that I should be able to finish it off with this foul play. So definitely some close matchups here. And this should seal the deal for game number 3. I did win game number 2. So again, still undefeated. I have all the games though for this final round. Both me and CTU are undefeated at this point in time, and this is a weird team. I faced CTU in Naiad, and he ran all bugs. This time he ran all normal type. So I'm thinking, all right, Blaziken could be pretty good, but something I was a little worried about was potentially a Confusion Giraffe Rig. So we're gonna see how that goes. I know that he has Beware, so cast form's not like amazing into a fighting Pokemon, but I expected him not to bring the Beware because it's kind of hard to bring into my team, I think. So that's why I felt like Castform is pretty safe. And so he's going to be matching with his own Castform, so obviously he probably does not have a Beware at this point. But yeah, that Wigglytuff, I wasn't surprised that he was bringing because nothing resists Wigglytuff on my team, so it's very, very strong, especially against Blaziken when Shields up, as we saw earlier. But as I feared, it is a Confusion Giraffe Rig with Psychic Fangs, and I'm trying to clear debuffs here, but I'm just not. Yeah, I don't know. We just have no health left, and there's still a shield on the Giraffe Rig side. I think without shields this would have been fine, but I'm just gonna go for the Stone Edge because I don't actually get to two Blaze Kicks. So we are gonna take our first loss here. So we're going to game number 2 here. Definitely have to win this to do make any meaningful impact, and actually is going to swap out the Giraffe Rig and bring in the Wigglytuff instead. So at this point, I'm content with just staying in here because yeah, I don't know. I figured maybe they have another better Castform check, and we do just barely get to another Weather Ball, which is huge, and actually able to take him out and still have a shield advantage, which is nice. But Giraffe Rig does have energy though, so that's something to think about, and it is going to be the Castform here. Looking back on it, I don't know. Maybe the better play is, I'm trying to think, do I bring the Rangaroo into this matchup? Because we've seen all 3 Pokemon at this point, right? So yeah, so I think that's something to consider. All right, so we're going to throw 1 Hydro Cannon here. Maybe both? Yeah, I think we just throw both. Maybe I could have swapped to a Rangaroo there. I don't know. And save the Hydro Cannon. But I just need to get rid of that Castform somehow because it's pretty bulky too. I still have a shield remaining though. And he goes straight for the Thunderbolt. So yeah, I just need to build to 2 Foul Plays. At this point, unfortunately, I forced the shield of Psychic Fangs, which is not great, but I just need to get the second Foul Play off. Can we get to it? We're at the move, and no, we lose CMP. So this is really tough. Confusion is going to add up really quick. Can we finish this off with Fear Cutters? And we barely get to a 1 HP in a Dream. We're still in this tournament. This is a pivotal game number 3. I was definitely sweating a little bit on that last one. All right, so again, this team is really rough because it's 6 times normal, right? It's just like a core breaker of core breakers in many respects. You know, you have a lot of play with certain Pokemon, but at the same time, like a lot of your Pokemon don't have a lot of play. My apologies for any sirens noise you might hear. I'm going to go straight for the Future Sight, potentially get a shield, or just take out the Wigglytuff. He does make the right call to shield, which puts me in a tougher spot because I don't even get to another move. So yeah, so that's not great. But I am going to start farming up here. I think ideally I want to come out with 2 Hydro Cannons if possible. Again, a lot of his yeah, Samurai can't really tank much anyway, so I don't really need too much health here. I just need to be able to get moves off. I have like almost no health left, but again, seems like that's my Samurai's like life motto. And then now we are coming in with Galvantula. I decided, you know what, I'm seeing that Giraffe Rig a lot, so let's bring the Galvantula. Super effective lunge can be pretty good. Neutral Volt Switch is nice too, but these neutral confusions are really adding up, as you can see, and Psychic Fangs are coming out here. I wasn't really sure of the timing here, but we get there. We do get there. I think it might have been CMP as well too, but we do get to this lunge to close it out. A really intense set against CTU, as you see from the results. Able to win out this tournament. Shout out to RC Cola for hosting this local tournament, as he's been hosting a lot of the local Sylph tournaments as well. Let me know down below what was your MVP pick of the month. Personally, I still gotta say a Rangaroo, although Samurai put in definitely some work. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video, and I'll catch you all next time.